Good morning. It's time for Monday morning tidbits. But before I get started, man, I just want to say I had an awesome time at the Fresh Flint Festival, man. Shout out to Dewan Robinson, man. That brother is putting things together for the city, man, and doing big things. Shout out to B-Ray. Shout out to Takarian and Monty, man, for blessing my soul this morning, man. It's hard, trying to do this music thing and to reach out to people, man, and these guys just bless my soul because a lot of people don't respect or don't know you and don't support you, and sometimes you have to try to prove yourself to people to try to get people to to like your stuff and to buy your stuff. But these guys just supported me. But I just wanted to give a shout out this morning to them, man. But this morning I want to talk a little bit about probably guarding your grill, meaning your mind. We got to guard our grill. You ever been on your computer and kind of things pop up on your computer, man, and you can't get rid of it, and it mess around and infect your computer start running slow, and you have to get some antivirus to try to reboot that thing because it didn't just start moving slow, doing things on its own. Maybe you went to the wrong site by mistake or something like that, and it just jacked your computer up. But that's the same thing with our minds, man. We have to protect our mind. We have to be careful about what we allow into our body, into our mind, because that stuff can affect us in so many ways that it's crazy. Like, I didn't really believe in that type of stuff until I went to school and I started learning about labeling and stuff like that. And even at my job, we got this thing called dropping, which is really about just being negative and people just talking about their old life, glorifying the negativity and stuff like that, and how infectious and catchy that stuff can be. It can hop over into your spirit. You could be having a good day, but because of the things that you allow in your mind and the people that you got around you, you can have somebody real negative around you, man, and all they do is talk negativity. They gossiping and talking about people. And matter of fact, you can have somebody that you like and that you're cool with, but because somebody else around you don't like that person and they start talking negative about them, all of a sudden you don't like that person. You don't even know why you don't like that person. It's because you didn't allow all that negative dropping to get in your spirit, and it's infectious. I mean, it's very catchy. You ever seen that movie Fallen, where the guy had the spirit in him, and everybody he walked by and he touched, I think Denzel Washington was in it. Everybody he touched, that spirit hopped onto them. That's the same thing with our minds, man. We have to guard and protect our minds, especially for our children too, man. Be careful about what you say around your children. Be careful about how you talk around your children, because they watching you. And our brains is like computers, man. We pick up and we store data, and we pick up and we store data, and that can affect us our whole life. It can affect our operating system. We just like computers. We got an operating system, and some of us is operating on an outdated system. Some ministers, some of us people in the streets, we operating out an outdated system, like slavery. Some of us got an operating system that's built around slavery, and we still operating like we still slaves. Some of us got just some jacked up operating system, and it's time to reboot your system. Be careful about who you allow in your circle. Be careful about who you allow around you, because all of that chatterboxing, you can't tell whose voice you should be listening to. A lot of people wonder why that they can't hear from God. It's because you got too many voices in your head. God is still talking, but you got so many negative things popping off in your mind, and you allow so many negative things into your spirit that you can't decipher between God's voice and Joe Blow's voice. So you got to be careful and guard your mind, man, because it's really important that you like your body, you got to eat good food. You got to eat good fruit. You got to eat healthy, or else your body going to feel the effects of that. You're going to get diabetes, high blood pressure, all because of the intake that you're intaking into your body. So you have to do the same thing with your mind, you know, with the music, the TV shows that you watch. You know, it's a lot of stuff out there, a lot of mess, man, that will infect you. And it's really infecting our children the most. You know, they on Facebook, they on Snapchat, they on all of these different social media sites. And Lord knows the stuff that goes on these sites, the messages that are being sent out into our children's mind and into your mind. You can't turn on the TV for 5 minutes without some old crazy mess smacking you in the face. So I had to turn the channel real quick, like, oh man, get that mess up off my TV. I ain't gonna, you know, drop about it, but you got to be careful with that stuff. So guard your mind, because, you know, what's inside here is going to eventually come out. It's going to affect the way you think. It's going to affect the way you behave. It's going to affect what you like, what you don't like. So you really got to be careful with that. And that's, you know, pretty much all I want to say is, you know, if you got a lot of negative people in your life, set boundaries with those people. You ain't saying you got to get rid of them, but you got to kind of set boundaries and guard your mind, because some people just ain't there yet, and they don't know that they're just causing chaos and confusion, and it's infecting your spirit, and you walking around dropping the negative and don't know why. It's because you got a lot of negativity, you know, in your life. So do that. Guard your grill, man. Keep it 100. And again, if you want me to touch bases on something, man, inbox me, you know, and we'll spend a few minutes talking about an issue or something like that to maybe shed some light on the situation for you. Until next Monday, man, this your boy, the Eagle, Shantae Smith, signing out.